Well, that was stressful. Yeah, we almost died in the middle of the trial, but you know what? We in there. Let's carry on. Chapter 6, Trial Part 2. Let's go.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32.
5'6" though, right?
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
Is it though? I thought it said 5'7". Unless I... "5'7". Also, didn't it say 31, 21? "31, 21, 32". 31, 22, 32. Okay, so very slightly off, and off by an inch.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
So Junko then, right? I mean, like I said, that was spoiled for me last week, but I didn't have the information. Yeah, who's still alive? It's Monokuma.
Here's my answer.
Well, good job, game, for
Junko
doing
is
that
still
so
alive.
early.
It's the only possibility.
Good job doing that so early in the game and just making me forget about it, just thinking it was just another death. And now just bringing it back up here.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
Which is why it happened.
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Which is why it happened outside of the killing game. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but I actually don't know how to take a pulse. There wasn't anything else left to say. She was gone.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
She's a zombie.
Must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Okay.
Oh? You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
So my thing is still...
That's all well and good, but how do you intend Junko absolutely died? Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I still hold that it could be, you know, if we already know that they can remove memories, what's to say that the one who died... There's no way I'd give up that easy, says the man that just gave up, yeah. If we know that they can alter memories or take memories away, what's to say that they didn't, you know, who we saw die could have been Mukuro, right? But was given the thing that says that her name was Junko if she didn't actually remember.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? Yeah, alright, that's what I was just saying. Let's go. Maybe she used some sort of trick. Okay. Ooh, another Hangman's Gambit. Replaced. Replaced. Where's an L? I just lost an E.
Now I understand.
Okay. At least that one went pretty quickly.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switch places?
Because obviously, if Junko was the mastermind, she could,
That's right.
you know.
Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
We like had barely any
You're
time with Junko,
saying
right?
switch? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Ah, yes. The fabled ninja replacement technique.
Good point.
It's
There's
a
just
staple.
no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. They switched at the beginning. That's what I was just saying, right?
I got it.
Well, and he said I got it, so
They have switched places from the very beginning.
there we go.
What? From the beginning?
I was cooking. I said this like before the trial even started.
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. So you're saying the Junko we first met is actually Mukuro all along?
We'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first
Just one,
met,
though.
None of us knew who anyone else was.
Yeah.
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
And we know about the memories thing, right?
But Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that.
After all, wasn't she like the ultimate like beauty queen or something like
If
that?
she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
So she would have been an accomplice.
Plus,
Well,
there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body.
and plus we know that you know, it said that there's potentially more than one of them, right?
They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But if she really did use foundation,
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro.
Also, I wasn't looking that hard because I wasn't thinking about it back then.
So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
I'm still waiting for like the really big payoff here, right?
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her.
It's the first time Monokuma's ever been speechless, ever.
In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
He looks like he's guilty that he's just been found
What's
out.
wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Dang.
Then why haven't you
Bars.
been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. Ooh, are we about to go to the might just do another safety save again. Are we about to get to the manga thing already? First time was during our latest oh shit. First time Monokuma file, right? The first time was during our latest investigation. It's got to be this, right? Oh, fuck.
Shoot!
He tried... Alright, see, I didn't pay attention to this line well enough. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. Thanks to Monokuma's interference, Makoto wasn't able to watch the DVD all the way through.
I got it!
There we go.
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
Cause didn't I say that? Like, didn't I say that? Like, oh, how convenient. Like, it ended before Mukuro went. So we would have seen that. Excuse me, sorry. We would have seen that Mukuro was Junko and Junko was Mukuro. Or, like, who we've been assuming is the other, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
Yeah, no. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage, and that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. Is it the control room? Oh, fuck. Another one of these? Shit.
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? What do you want?
Fuck, what is it?
That's impossible!
Oh, that's wrong. Okay, that's fine. At least I don't take damage, right? Oh, shit. I do take damage.
What do you want? That's impossible!
This should prove it.
Okay. Whoa. We out here almost game overing again.
The only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Uh-oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten.
Oh, I mentioned that earlier. Junko's face was covered up.
In all the photos, there's a certain similarity. an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
I forgot. I noticed that earlier. Her face is always covered or she's turned away. Oh, fuck. Do we say it's... Oh, fuck. Do we say it's Junko's face because it's who we were told is Junko, or Mukuro's face? We have to assume Junko, right?
I got it!
Okay, thank God.
Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words,
Yeah.
at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face.
Damn.
Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
Xanadu? It's a great Rush song.
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
Man, I'm also just remembering there's that piece of evidence that's the Toko/Jill memory.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died and is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game.
Hey, easy on the spoilers. Were you the one that spoiled Junko last week? Were you in here last week talking about Junko?
She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
Oh, so now we're talking about the musical, right?
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait! Hold on!
I need to pull up my VOD from last week.
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now!
Oh God. All right, let me save so I don't game over. Oh yeah, can I do that? Five messages. I can't wait. Mastermind Junko's appearance. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah. Punishment. Divine punishment. Oh, shit. What is this? Okay, it's this. Okay. Man, I couldn't even focus on, like, the big, like... I couldn't even focus on the big everything because, like, I was like, how dare you show back up here after spoiling? Okay, alright. So what do we got? We got the manga here. Plus, they didn't even follow me. Like, it's one thing to spoil, but at least, like, leave a follow. They didn't even fucking follow my channel. The nerve. Okay. So this is when we all first met, right? So I'm assuming the masked stuff is going to be later, right? Let's see what all we have. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at here even. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, Hifumi wouldn't spoil. Okay, so Act 2, we saw this. Act 3. So is this them opening this? Because this is literally the same picture as this. So I doubt it would be the exact same thing. Act 4, putting the mask on. Oops. All right, let me rush through here. I guess. Also, is this the boys in the girls' locker room from that other case? So that's the crispy body. So I'm trying to figure out which one to put here, because obviously it's not this, because it's the exact same picture. But I don't think it would be them, because they're already holding it. Oh no, okay, so it's I go here to there, so they would take it out, pull the thing, then grab the body. Okay. And Act 5. Okay, so there's the crispy body. I think that goes there. So this would have to be... Yeah, everyone gathered around the body. Okay, so that's easy enough. Whoops. So would this be... What are they doing in this picture? Because Kyoko... So this is still Act 4, right? Oh, no. Okay, so this isn't with a knife just yet. This is putting the mask on, it seems. Or grabbing the mask, putting it on. So that wouldn't be that. This would be the knife. But then, so where does Kyoko come in then? And then do we have... Oh, God. And then do we have the body there? No, because it's already unwrapped there. We don't need to use that one. This is the only one I'm, like, super unsure about. Because there's a couple of... I think it might be that. Kyoko, like, seeing them in the room. But then again, why didn't they... That's the only one I'm unsure about. Especially because Kyoko, like, isn't in here. But I don't know what else it would be. And plus, that's so... These are so similar. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing in this picture when Kyoko's looking on. All right, let me just start at the beginning so I can remember in case I need to reload my save. All right, so it's the two of them meeting, then putting the body away, the mask, the knife. See, these are the ones I'm kind of iffy about, like these two right here. But then this... No, this wouldn't be right, would it? Because there'd be no need to move the body if the body was already there. See, and this is probably another... Is this another Kyoko one? God, I know I'm gonna end up getting this wrong. Because the body on the cart doesn't seem to make sense here. Right. Because this is still with Makoto, but then all of a sudden we're here. So I don't know why Kyoko would be in both places. God, I'm gonna have to go for it, I think. I'm just so not confident with these. Unless, what else would be here? I mean, obviously it's everyone gathered around the body. So this is them making up the body to look like them. Is this the incinerator from like chapter 1? See, none of this make... Oh, God. I know I'm missing something, right? I'm just gonna present it and see. I feel like this one should be used, though, is the thing. Oh, maybe the stab is there. Because you gotta stab the body, right? Alright, I feel slightly better about this. Alright, this is my final answer. Can I save in the middle of this? I cannot. Alright, I'm going for it.
Here's exactly what happened.
Watch, I got this first one wrong.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko.
Okay. I at least got the first
Girl
one
we
right.
saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba.
And nothing to explain here.
But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind?
The mastermind?
Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue. Until Junko decided to put her body to use.
How convenient.
Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side.
Alright, so far so good, but I'm not at the ones I was iffy about yet. Here we go here, though.
Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
No! Oh, fuck. Oh, God, that wasn't putting the mask on. That was taking the mask off later. You know what that means. Well, I guess we get to see the punishment, right?
Is this really the end for all of us?
Oh, I get to just give it another shot?
I refuse to give up yet.
Oh, okay. No, apparently I just get to full heal. Well, that's, you know, hey, I'll take it, right? Okay, well, this all should be... Well, I'm grateful that the game is... I don't know how many other chances they'll give me, but, you know, I'll take it. Okay, so this was them putting it on, right? So that must mean that this is here. Which would mean that goes there. That goes there. Well, I have these two to place. And see, I wish I would have gotten... I'm assuming there and then get the fuck out of his room. And then the blowed up body.
Killer is you.
All right. I made the one change. And we'll just click through here.
The girl and that girl. But it was Junko. Her body was until Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the. She fabricated the.
Okay, so here's where I messed it up.
She wanted a.
Okay, I think I'm good. No. So is it? It must be these two then.
Here's exactly what happened.
At least I have the health to do so now, right?
She wanted.
Okay.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room.
All right, I'm good now
Then
then.
she put the same mask on Mukuro's body.
And this is usually the last thing I have to do,
This
right?
was
So
all
I
to
think
make
I'm
us think
done.
The person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same.
I'm done with thinking.
She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
And then everything else played out as we
Finally,
knew.
by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
The real Junko.
The real Junko Enoshima.
Dang. Complete.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what
Well?
do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
I love how he's pointing straight, but like Monokuma's right next to him.
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Dang, if Makoto's figured you out, like, you're just done.
Over?
Uh-oh. That's what I said he was gonna say.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
Damn, I got baited.
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Dang, I got baited so hard right there. Ultimate despair. So is she here now?
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world.
Is this the real voice?
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, and some of our home cooking.
This is her voice?
Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh, literally queen shit.
Oh, did you think I was being serious?
Oh,
Sorry, I was just messing with you.
damn, baited again.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
Fucking baited again. What is happening?
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free.
Set free?
Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day.
She's doing a JoJo pose right here. Like, this is straight up a JoJo pose.
It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Her voice, like this voice, like, I'm assuming this isn't her real voice either, but.
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
A chihuahua centipede, oh no.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
I do remember seeing it. The first day in the main hall? Well, if it was before... It was definitely before I got to this school, before arriving at school.
I got it!
Wow, really?
That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
Oh, fuck, that's right, when he was doing all the research.
And
yeah, she didn't have the
you
freckles.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. The freckles. Huh? Are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Those are totally photoshopped. Oh, I remember this line. Ah, good save.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along.
I'm me, and Mukuro is Mukuro.
Or at least she was
She
Mukuro.
tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist.
Damn, bars.
Not even if they're twins.
Twins!
Wait, they were
I
twins?
know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
She sounds like a text-to-speech.
The older sister, tough
Here,
and
at
proud.
least.
That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
Well, and now, as soon as I said she sounded like a text-to-speech, we get voice number 3.
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the ultimate despair!
She's got a tongue like, Jill.
Whoa! She's a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit?
My mom got divorced and remarried in this span of minutes between the times when we were both born.
Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over?
Now that would be a twist. Different last names. Divorced and remarried in the span of the 2 minutes between the births of the two of
Just
them.
make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
Now I want that to happen in the real world.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Oh, we're back to...
For my plan to work, someone had to be able
Her
to
hairstyle
control the
changed,
killing
too.
game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that.
She sounds like text-to-speech again, but in a different way.
But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family. leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life.
The voice actor for Monokuma is not the same as her, right?
I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way.
Because that would have been incredible if, like, the whole time it was just staring me in the face that she was voicing Monokuma and was Junko's VA.
Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
Damn. Wow.
It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines.
So literally, she had put her in there hoping that she would at least, like, pretend to be her, but the fact that her, you know, fighter instincts took over and she attacked Monokuma at the beginning.
Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the
Oh my
letter,
God.
you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring.
What the fuck is this voice?
So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Wait, is that Tara Strong? Hold on. Or who was Tara Strong? No, it's not Tara Strong. I think I would have. Oh, this wasn't supposed to. Why me?
So, you figured it out?
Yeah, no, she's trying. When you said Tara Strong, like, I can kind of hear, like, I'm trying to sound like
you're
Bubbles.
Right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance.
I'm trying to sound like Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls, but not quite.
But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that?
I would recognize Tara Strong, I
Sacrificed
think.
your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary.
Scary.
We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations.
We were the ultimate despair, ooh-woo.
Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair.
I mean, didn't we all?
So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything.
Anything.
We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all.
Oh, God.
We were twins. How could I not be sad?
The mushrooms?
That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it.
Super despair, bros.
It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super,
What the
super,
fuck?
super, 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 super despair.
These line reads, man.
It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her.
Uh-oh.
Super jealous.
How many supers? Super, 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 super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Oh, yeah. Like, this would never come across as easily in the screenshot LP. Like, we're being fed here, this performance.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
You know, I've never asked for this, but I kind of want Genocide Jill to come out.
Like,
And-
Genocide Jill is crazy as sure, but it's a whole nother level of nuts.
And immediately she gets
You're
mentioned.
saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
The ultimate life form.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Damn it, that's coming from Byakuya. Genocide Jill and Junko are the same actor.
Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
Oh.
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You're adopted, Byakuya.
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
The Monokuma theme coming in here.
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer, so how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
God, I have to
Damn
solve so
straight.
many things here.
That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries.
Just gonna take a quick save right here.
And then we'll have our victory.
And eat it too.
I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
Can't tell you.
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
With a few other things. It's not the founding, right? Because there's been 70-something classes. Unless it's the founding of, like, the new Hope's Peak.
I got it.
Okay, well, that's
You're
correct
talking
then.
about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important.
Oh, we're back to this
It
one.
was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
One was money. One was it the deadly sins?
Theme?
Greed, wrath for Sakura from finding out that she was the mole. Trying to remember what else there was.
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Wrath. My DVD was footage of my family. On Sayaka's was her and her friends. They all had a dream they all shared. For the first murder, human connections.
I got it!
Okay.
The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys?
Even this performance, like, I know it sounds very text-to-speechy, but I think that's what makes it so good.
Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family.
Also, since we're now repeating voices, like, does that mean that we've now heard all the voices she's gonna do?
For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill.
Yes! Kill!
But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next
Oh god,
question.
I hate this one.
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
It was money, right? Oh, embarrassment.
I got
Past? Yeah.
it! It was our past, right?
So would the money be our future?
Hey, Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah!
There are 2 voice actors for Junko.
And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
Yeah, because Mondo's was that he killed his brother, right?
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Gimme shmoney. Greed. Well, at least
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
legitimately what I said, right?
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
Her gamble didn't pay off, though.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
The motive was blackmail, I guess? Betrayal. Yeah, it was betrayal.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards.
R.I.P. to a real
Anyway,
one.
It looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
How painfully delightful. You know, this one's on the house. What is heavy forward but not backward? A ton. But not backward? I had to do the dad joke in the voice that Junko is currently using.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
I felt the need to do the dad joke because this is the closest Junko voice that we have to how I deliver the dad jokes.
Relationships? Secrets?
Ugh.
Money? Betrayal?
I hate it.
These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth.
Until everyone is
They
dead.
compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
What the fuck?
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope.
Yeah, she everyone. All right, now I know I'm in the middle of a train of thought here, but just hold that real quick. She just runs away. Comes back. Okay. And that nourishment is hope.
Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours?
Byakuya just wants to get to the credits.
Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
Byakuya wants to just go to bed.
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories.
Byakuya is, he's the person I just banned a couple minutes ago.
What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway.
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking
She's not
about?
wrong.
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
I do like her, like, actual Monokuma
Which
voice
means
here, though.
if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and
What?
passing the savings onto you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really?
You knew Crazy Eddie?
Then hurry up and tell us. Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing.
Getting Hina pregnant makes him not want to leave. No!
I'd like for you to see the outside world.
Oh, has everything just completely gone to shit?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too.
I've been stuck here for so long.
Your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame!
What are we about to see?
Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
What? Oh no! It's all Monokuma. Kaiju Monokuma? What the fuck is this even? Makoto, you're not even looking at the TV.
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
Yeah, I've seen this one.
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is
That
insane.
world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial.
Oh god. Another trial? Or is this just like Fuck, I should have saved. Ooh, alright, here we get Genocide Jack's memory.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering? If nobody can remember anything.
There we go. I was waiting for it. I knew. I was locked in.
Actually, she might remember.
Oh shit, let's go.
Who might remember?
You
The
know.
other Toko, Genocide Jack. The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
This is so interesting.
What do you say, Toko?
Like, as problematic as the Genocide Jack kind of stuff
Are
is,
you telling me to swap places with her?
like, as far as it's been like horrible, as far as like how it's been implemented, like this is super interesting that it's like a little loophole to get us kind of in there, basically.
No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Uh-oh.
Dun, 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 dun! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately.
She just jumps over the thing and just kills Junko.
Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen!
That was not the voice I expected to interact with Genocide Jill.
Aye, aye, Roger, you got it, Captain.
Well, does it look familiar?
Nope.
I don't have all the details, but
Oh,
of
shit.
course it does.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do.
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Of course I didn't.
Then why didn't you say
Aw.
something earlier?
Come on.
I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know.
Oh, you're the quiet type.
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
A tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Blah, 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 blah.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening.
We're still
But
happening.
it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event.
What is?
Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
So the tragedy wasn't just part of the
The
school?
wall's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago.
Okay, well that lines up
It
at
was
least.
so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
But what, like, happened?
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Forget everything else that happened. This is it.
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
Damn.
How can the world just end? It's the world.
The world. Talking about JoJo's.
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Every living person will be dead in 100 years.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
Ooh, I since she hinted at this earlier, I'm curious.
What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait.
Debated.
You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
What the fuck?
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Holy shit. All the options are the same.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it.
Wow. Holy shit.
Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
Okay, so the game is over. She's just gonna give me the answer from now on.
Do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
She have narcolepsy?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm gonna take a quick aside here, and I think at the beginning of this game I compared Monokuma to Zero from Virtue's Last Reward, saying that I was slightly disappointed with Monokuma in the delivery just because Zero was so incredible, but like Junko is bringing it right here. Like, this is some good shit.
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes.
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
The ultimate normal guy.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago. If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
God, I can't wait to get like the all the explanations of stuff.
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
Is it gonna be that like they were, so obviously with all the pictures, like we were all students here, but they've erased like a year of our memories?
A few weeks ago?
It's been a year and a few weeks.
Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago
Wait, 2 years
actually
ago?
happened more recently, right?
I guess that makes sense if they lost a year and think the tragedy happened a year ago.
2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
There it is.
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, You must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Not now. Answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
It's the last year, right?
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. Our life at Hope's Peak, right?
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No. Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
Damn, Hiro, like, cannot take this.
We lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my... That's not possible!
So now the last memory, or the last thing we need to figure out is the headmaster? Hiro can't even take simple math. This man is destroyed. If that's the truth, then we have to accept it. Oh, shit. Here we go. Locker notebook was Hiro's, right?
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
Okay,
This is
that's...
all just surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted.
Okay, so now it's got to be the... It's got to be Hiro's notebook, right?
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Hiro, there's something I'd like you to take a look at.
Okay, so finally we get to...
This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
I've never attended a class or tried in school in my whole life, man.
Wuzza, is something wrong?
Oh, we still have Jill.
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
Actually, it's just a bunch of lies. That all add up to one big lie.
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
I can't really think of any way to refute this.
Just so desperately dark. The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here. Shit, man, I've never been to a funeral. Hell yes!
She's just that meme of that person crouching next to the grave, like giving the peace sign.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh.
So that's
and
why
there's
they
one
all
other
would have
thing.
agreed, right?
To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
Was it specifically their memories of...
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out.
Oh, I mean, that's what happens with people that peak in high school.
This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all this shit.
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where your memories come apart. The moment where we all must have lost our memories. I mean, he fainted, right?
I got it.
Well, he said I got it, so that must be
I
right.
lost my memories. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall, when I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have
Sounds
been
about
something
right.
like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk.
Yeah, yeah.
I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
Ah, but it was 2 years.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
That's insane.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been
That's
completely
so
removed.
scary. That's so scary to think about, like, as a concept.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof, gone. Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
Look at Hiro just, like, losing his mind over there next to her.
Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other.
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal.
Okay.
You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other.
So I guess that makes sense with kind of the drip feed of information we got of some of these characters together
And it was also you
from
could
before.
escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
Makoto is about to be like, "You're wrong. I can always work to make the world a better
You're the one who
place."
set things up to be like this.
I love you all so much.
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it.
Do I want to know?
How about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair? Our plan to bring despair to all mankind. Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school.
Okay.
School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness.
Look how happy Leon is.
Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year.
Then the tragedy
Because
happened.
after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity.
Metroid Other M was released.
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
The release of
tragedy.
Metroid Other M. That I pre-ordered
All
and
too
spent
soon,
50
the world's
fucking
days
dollars
of
on.
peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception.
Found a year later in the discount bin at Walmart. I don't know. I don't know when it came out. That sounds like it could be right.
The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
Hmm? What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say
There was a line of text that said something like when she appears, there's something that appears behind
it
her or
was none of
something.
those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
I awoke an elder god, and it drove everyone insane in the world.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
Legitimately, if it ends with her, that she actually did awaken an eldritch monstrosity
I just don't understand why.
that drove all of humanity crazy, I'm going to shit.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story.
Anyway, this VOD is going to be incredibly
Hope's
long,
Peak had
this section
taken
of it.
So much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter.
So it's not even necessarily to keep us in, it's to keep everything else out.
That's right. It was transformed into a shelter. I said it twice.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison.
The headmaster.
Do any of you know who that might have been?
I got it!
The Prime Minister.
Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place
Shinzo
outside.
Abe. He's dead
That's
now,
why
isn't
he
he?
asked us to make that promise, to say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes.
Yes.
If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
The passing of Shinzo Abe is the true tragedy.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
So that's why they did it.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school.
Okay, so it wasn't ever supposed to be a
So
killing
what
game.
was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
Got it.
I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors,
Yeah.
all the exits.
As part of the preparation for it to be a shelter,
Under the
right?
headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean We trapped ourselves in here?
Well, Sakura did most of the heavy lifting.
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Damn.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
So literally, as soon as it was...
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You let us live
What the fuck?
so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
This is... I can't just keep saying this
What
is
are you
insane
saying?
every couple lines.
It would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why I...
Well, why don't you tell
But
me?
yeah, it is insane. What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world, that was... Oh, shit. Wow, a third Hangman's Gambit here. This is a long-ass trial. Hijack. I need a J.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Yep.
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Hero's like, what the fuck?
To show the world
Hero
the
is me
murders
right now.
taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about.
And I wasn't talking about Toko and Byakuya.
The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way,
It's pretty good
since
stuff.
we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Yeah, like me.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So once again, to compare to the Zero Escape games, like this one is like insane, but in such a way that like kind of makes more sense without some of like the wild like sci-fi shit that like Zero Escape gets
So
into.
you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Damn, the first time he ever swore.
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies.
He just raw dogged that word right into the middle of the sentence. Untested.
I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
Oh, what a relief.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
Hero shit, apparently.
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth full of despair.
Not
That's...
to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
So your parents are already gone.
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Wow.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful.
Yeah, for real.
We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
The only time Jill has had any restraint in her
Sorry
life.
to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but
Oh, is Makoto about to spit?
there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself.
That was like the one, like, probably honest voice line she's given. Like, there was no pose, it was just her.
So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying?
Aw, here we go. We're getting into the theoretical stuff.
If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you.
It's just like Fallout out there, dude. Like, if you just level up your radiation resistance enough, you'll be fine.
For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple.
It's moidal.
You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
Damn. Makoto getting it.
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
Soon.
What do you mean?
Finally.
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote,
Oh
I
no.
decided to change the rules.
What?
What are we voting for?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished.
Wow. Oh, look at Hero's face right there.
If even one of you votes to punish hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Yeah, let me just save here just in case. I don't know if there's multiple endings or whatever for this.
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing.
Byakuya
when
might.
I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
No, not the pregnant Hina.
You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
No, pregnant Hina is not ending canon.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec. I just got hit with an inspiration bomb. Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all. So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment.
And that's how Toko died
What?
in that future.
You can't just...
Oh no, pregnant Hina is
You
canon.
mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down.
Ooh, Toko's ready to suck it down.
Makoto, you're up.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them.
Just gonna save again.
If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment. And
Oh,
the rest
shit.
of you will live here in peace.
Never mind, it wouldn't be Toko then.
On the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
I'm like nervous as to how this is actually gonna go. It might be one of those things that my vote doesn't even matter. If somebody else votes for,
Beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right?
Damn.
That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko,
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
no one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair.
Because that would mean I would die.
Not gonna lose to you.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with.
Damn, an actual other honest voice line.
It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Ooh, do I get one more?
We won't
Holy
give
shit,
up.
this is long.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know.
Well,
The
I
only
live in
reason
Houston.
We're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
I live in Houston. I'm used to polluted air.
If I died, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting. So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Ooh, I can't submit anything to hers. When you sleep, it's on a bed of despair. The world is in despair. You are in despair. But I don't do something... Oh, shit. You claim there's no hope left in the world, but if despair is contagious like you say, so is hope. I'll use my own hope to plant the seeds of hope inside everyone else.
We
Okay.
won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die,
Oh, shit. Okay.
that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
By the way,
I think I know what I need to do. I need to take the hope that Makoto had
All of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world outside.
and present it to everybody, right?
So, will you just die?
I'll use my own hope. Yeah. He gives it
We
away right
won't
there.
give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
Okay.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
So let's present that. Oh, no, the wrong button.
Don't
Okay.
lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
We won't give up.
All right, so I just have to do this
As
to
long as
everybody,
there's
I
hope,
guess.
We'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is the only reason we're open is thanks to the air purifiers and...
All right, Hina.
Don't lose hope now.
I'll convince everybody except for Genocide Jill.
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do?
Aww.
You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Yeah, it does.
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say, which is why Yeah! I've made up my mind!
We
Good
won't
job,
give
Hina.
up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die...
This is like the true ending of games like Undertale or something, where all the characters that you like,
is thanks to the air purifiers.
all the
and
characters that you saved along the way.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to it. In other words, as soon as the communal life you've all been living,
And
will
everyone
come to
lends
an
their
end.
strength to you.
Don't lose hope.
All right, what does Genocide Jill have to say here, though?
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually,
Wow.
I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
Of course.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If
No.
I were to die,
Fuck.
That would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all. I can keep on living as long as I have my master.
all of you will have to leave.
You'll have to
As
go
long as
to
I
the
have
world
my
outside.
master.
So, will you just die?
All right, still have to take some damage, though. That's so rude that you have to
We
take
won't give
damage for
up.
that.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all I can keep on living. All of you will have to leave.
You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
There we go.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you?
A little bit.
Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
Ooh, big balls to Gami here.
But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive.
Actual bars.
So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
We won't give up.
Ooh.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I
The
were to
theme
die,
coming in.
that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
And of course,
By the
Kyoko's
way,
the last one.
The arrow outside is totally the only reason is thanks to
The theme coming in here is pretty cool.
In other words, the communal life you've all I can keep on living. All of you will have to you'll have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
And then, of course,
Don't lose hope now.
I wonder if you could also present the picture of her and her father to her.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking.
Also, especially because she starts off by talking about her
But
father.
even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck.
Is he the ultimate hope?
I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up.
You have that kind of dumb, steadfast
And
quality.
if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
I'll accept it.
What the hell are you?
Wow, that's what somebody said about her. The ultimate hope? What?
So uncool. Your stupid faces.
Oh, am I gonna have to do
stupid
one more
things
bullet
you
time?
said, The stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool. So unhip.
Oh, I wouldn't know nothing about that.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but I still. Do I have a bullet time? All right, let's go.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool. You dare to stand against us?
Hope is a joke.
Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool. You're unbearable. Hope is a joke. Who are you? Would you like to die? You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair.
Everything is pointless.
No.
You suck.
Oh no, that was so hard. Can I try that again? Oh fuck! Don't do that. Don't do this to me, game.
Is the
Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
I died twice in this trial. Also, for a while, I was hitting the wrong button to reload.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool!
You're unbearable.
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless. Suffer from despair.
There we go. Ultimate hope.
Despair into tomorrow. Despair into
Hope keeps on going.
Not giving her the chance to reload that. That went so much better the second time.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on?
What's this feeling? Oh, we done. Holy shit. F. Yeah, there's a couple of rough spots in there. Got an A overall, though. We'll take it. Cool. Holy shit, we done.
Reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
I don't know how much longer after this there is.
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing.
Genocide Jill votes to kill Makoto anyway. Well, here we go. It's a short conclusion. Okay, so I can finish tonight then. She's guilty. So what actually happens? Did she set up a punishment for herself?
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost? Me? No way.
That's just...
It can't be. You still don't accept it, man? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just...
Oh, I gotta read it like her. Well, that's just...
Totally the best!
Oh, she's talking again. Ooh, she drooling. That ain't Toko.
So this is despair.
We came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
I know,
To come this far and fail at the very fucking end.
True despair.
It's the most ultimate despair. I'm just trying to do all of her voices.
I know,
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately, this once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
despair.
I'm so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Is she enjoying this?
Anyway.
Are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best.
Outside is only fucking despair. Inside is only fucking despair. No matter where you go, fucking despair awaits you. That's not true.
Possible.
You're wrong.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. She speaks for herself. Everyone,
Hey,
you said that despair is as contagious as any disease,
however,
but the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is.
No.
Stop it. I hate these faces you're making. To see those awful looks causes me nothing but
There's
pain.
one last thing.
Let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin off my nose. But just be warned, from this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we...
It's fine, it's fine.
Shut up, shut up. That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time!
It can't be.
You really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste of that despair of death that you only get once in life. So...
Get in my way.
She's doing it.
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful. Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth.
Ooh.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh, she got that Uzumaki going on.
I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Junko has been found guilty. Damn, she just walks with him. No dragging. Alright, one last execution. I was gonna say, was she about to kick the chair? This is elaborate. The ultimate punishment. The 1,000 blows. Oh, she gets all of them? Yo, she about to turn into butter, too. She loves this so much. Oh, does she actually get it here? See ya. Oh, yep, that's blood then. Is this the credits? I mean, the music itself sounds pretty credits-like. And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial, Junko Inoshima, the ultimate despair, life at Hope's Peak Academy, it was all over. Alright, now I understand the chapter title. You received the Monokuma hair tie. Yes, I will save. You know what? I'm just going to keep this VOD rolling. This is just going to be an extra long, like, the end video. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending awaiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said, they shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Epilogue. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the
Makoto.
silence. Would you do the honors? Oh, okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
Is that really it? Is that really a key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense it would be our way out of here.
But
You never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that.
Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it.
I guess that's true.
And in the end, we still get Jill to guide us home.
My beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam them so far up. Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. Toko's back. Leave? We can go outside? That means me and Master can get married? And then he'll give me a... should we tell her about Hina?
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry, I have no doubt we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. But you know, in the end,
I think part of me still thinks
serious.
maybe when we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember.
a lie, peaceful as we remember. No matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. How do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. I'm sure there also has lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall
am
into.
I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
you got it.
Well, my first step is going to be the closest donut shop.
Hey.
What are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make them myself, and if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat.
I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation, fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hakagure's life story is about to begin.
Woo!
Thanks, Tina.
This voice, I can't do this voice excited like. Personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Even if everyone on the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. We can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us, we're so small. What can we do? We can probably do anything. We can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed. but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
Oh, Byakuya.
Don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing.
Also a burning desire to do something else.
I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm
Oh,
sorry
Toko.
about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
And in 2 years, no less. Lead writer of this game, Toko. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. So how fucked up is it outside? The door began to open. With my hands, with our hands, hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Oh, I thought we were just all gonna get shot. What is that? And then they all got Terminator 2'd. Well, that's it. I guess. I mean, I guess we'll sit here and wait until after the credits. But I enjoyed that a lot. I think overall, it's hard to say because I really like the. I really enjoy the. Here, I'm gonna kind of crank this down just a little bit. I enjoy the trials, right? I really like the trials. I've always liked Ace Attorney and all that kind of stuff. So it's like all that kind of stuff like is really good for me. But like the daily life stuff was not my favorite. Like I don't care about the life simulator kind of stuff. So I think I prefer the trials to the kind of locked room kind of puzzles of Zero Escape. But I think overall I liked the batshit insanity because even though this was insane, like Zero Escape gets like even more batshit than this did, and I think I preferred like the batshit that those games get as opposed to this one. But I mean, I have 2 other games. I have one Zero Escape game I've never played, which I've heard is not very good. And I have 2 more of this series, which I hear people enjoy quite a bit as well. So who knows? Maybe after I finish both series, I'll have a different kind of take on it. But yeah, real curious to see where like the sequel goes from here. I'm certainly not going to play it anytime soon. It will be, probably in a year or so. I might boot up the second one for stream. This took me a while to get through just because, I stream so infrequently and. Here I am almost 5.5 hours into this stream, finishing this one up finally. I probably should have split this one up a little bit, but God, that trial was so long. Yeah, good game overall. Liked it a lot. Celeste is still best girl, I think. If I were to do a kind of a tier list of characters, Celeste would be like way up there. I really I thought Byakuya was going to be like the worst as we, Sakura is pretty good. Sakura is like pretty high tier. Byakuya though, like really surprised me as far as how much I actually ended up kind of liking him. Just because, when you first meet him and stuff, you're like, oh God, he's a spoiled rich kid. Like he's going to be the worst guy. And he ended up being like one of the best guys as far as like his attitude and everything. Hero, I never really enjoyed. Hero was kind of low tier for me. Toko was at least fun. Like, Hero was like, I didn't like Hifumi. I didn't like Taka, really, but they all died fairly early on into the game, right? So especially of the survivors that ended the game, Hiro was easily my least favorite. I skipped all of Hiro's lines after chapter 2. Yeah. Yep. I see that. That's about right. Anyway, I did have to ban somebody tonight for spoiling and continuing to spoil. I do know that I'm pretty sure that it gets opened up for me to go to school mode, I think it's called, where I kind of can just up my relationship with all the characters to kind of like unlock the skills that I didn't get through the thing, and to, I guess, play the mono machine. But it's like I don't see myself doing any of that, really. I don't see myself platinuming this game. And I will say that's one thing about Zero Escape is when I played Virtue's Last Reward, just by virtue of getting the final ending, I got all the trophies or the achievements for the game. So that's another plus for me when games like that can kind of give you all the achievements by just 100%ing the game. Whereas there's so much to do here for this one. Anyway, this looks to be about it for the credits. So let's see what, if anything, we have. And he just gets up and goes, "Pooh-hoo-hoo." Oh, that's a different laugh.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed.
There's my poo-hoo-hoo.
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
So her dad wasn't Bones? You received the Easter egg. Yes. Hey, I got all's well that ends. All's well that ends. All right, well, there we are. School mode. This is a what if simulation type play mode. Yeah, I think it's basically just like talking with everybody and doing your relationship stuff. Thoughts on general character writing? Pretty dang good. Everyone was pretty consistent, for better or for worse. There were just some characters, like I said, that I didn't like very much. But overall, like, I thought the general character writing was consistent and good. Junko was an absolute joy to listen to during that trial after she kind of like came out. And I'm glad we had so much time with her in the trial, because she was like, man, her voice actor ate, I will say. Yeah, overall good thing. Good game. Like I said, it's probably gonna take me about a year to get to the next one. I got, a big ol' other backlog, but really glad I took the time to do a visual novel here on stream, because I tried a couple years ago streaming Virtue's Last Reward, and I got to the first like impasse where they told me like, you can't go any further, go to a different timeline kind of thing. And I was just like, I can't stream this anymore. I gotta just play it like on my own time. But this was a lot more streamlined, where it was just like a single story throughout. And so that I think was a little more conducive to this kind of a setting. But yeah, loved it, and excited to have the full series up on YouTube whenever I finish uploading those VODs. But yeah, it just always feels really good to just complete a game. But yeah, it is very late. It is about 1:30 my time, so I think it's time to go to bed. Thank y'all so much for stopping by for this. Probably gonna do maybe some kind of a variety stream on Saturday whenever I stream next. Probably a Wheel of Variety kind of a thing. I tend to like to do those to kind of like cleanse the palate after longer stuff like this, and then figure out what to play next after. So yeah, so thanks again. I'll catch y'all later. Good night, everybody.